he loved me the way he should, like a lonely weeping willow lost in the woods. The things I tell my pillow, no woman should. I got it bad, and that ain't good.
All right, I'm going. Come on, Jackie. As they walked away, I heard her say, God, what a tacky assortment of snacks. Really, he said, it looks like they bought all these vegetables pre-cut 2 days ago and just dumped them on a plate. Look how dried out they are. You know, you can run a little cold water over them. I know. And those cookies, they look like they were dumped out of a bag too. Even so, you know I'm as easy as a $5 whore when it comes to cookies. I do, she said. Eat hearty, baby. And then I couldn't hear them anymore. And my thoughts turned to the anticipation of walking up to this guy who, although he did resemble the Son of God, would probably turn out to be a schmuck just like all the rest of them.
He looked around my living room. Your house is so neat, he said, unlike mine. And then he spotted the photograph of Aunt Clara and started twitching. Tics marched across his face and he writhed about in my rocking chair. Finally he shouted out, crazy! Bad hair! Henry instantly bit his right hand before his Tourette's made him say anything else too offensive. Don't worry about it, Henry, I said with a smile. That would be my great Aunt Clara. I can't stand her hair either. And frankly, everyone in the Putzel family is just a little bit mad. Very nice, Henry said, his words muffled because of the hand in his mouth. I was already close to the door. I wanted to leave soon. Shall we be off? I inquired. Yes, all right then. Would you like to drive into Boston for dinner? I smiled. Sure, Henry, that would be fantastic. I kissed the mezuzah and headed outside, where a new and interesting chapter in my life was about to begin. Wow. Thank you.
We were high up the bleachers of school's disordered football field, me running the bleacher seats, Kirby climbing the girders below. If I squeezed my head between the boards, I saw him hang like an ape with his full-back's body, ruddy face, the sandy hair his girlfriend liked to twirl her fingers through. A girl I'd tried to worm my arm around, but she shrugged it off, wanted his wet kisses. Halloween, and needing a costume for our 6th grade party, I biked home early, checked upstairs, found the house empty, so ransacked my sister's bedroom closet, spilled her frilly chest of drawers to dip my toes 10 pearls into the sheer pools of her panties. Then with a page boy wig, lipstick like a tube of plum, I mugged for the mirror, blowing kissy lips, strapped on my sister's tight Mary Janes. Their patent tapped and squeaked as I skipped out the door, trilling up the sidewalk. A shiver of salamander breeze up my legs. Her rayon slipped like skinny dipping in silver. When I yanked back the school cafeteria door, party head snapped to see in her skirt, her blouse, me.
Mouse asleep on a slab, a man in a coat for a year worth of pay, attached to liquid crystal display, with micro incisions in transistor Patmos quivered and jolted, a mousey on crack. A mouse year later he's under control, mouse little soldier, mouse on patrol. Launched from a plane or dropped from a can, we can march him through pipes and not risk a man. That stereo image for mouse little eyes. The price of a mouse if he's lost or he dies.
Where the apple rolls. So now Dionysus has granted him his wish. Midas is keen to get home. As he walks along the river, he touches things. He can turn a leaf to gold, gild blossom on the bough, watch a feather turn to treasure in his palm. He's on fire with all this, punches the air, shouts at the sun, beat that. Sure, he gets flustered when he tries to cross the cornfield, and with a single touch, turns it to metal. Still, that's fine, you can walk round the edge. But he finds himself thinking of bread. Not long after, when he's panicking in the market, causing chaos, burnishing the stalls, before he sees his daughter, embraces her, and turns her to a statue in his arms. He happens to gild an apple in an old woman's basket, which falls to the ground without her seeing, and rolls through the gates and down the hill, quite randomly, it seems. On its journey, it touches many travellers. It stubs a beggar's toe and makes him swear. It waylays a hunter who shoots it with his bow. A black cat chases it. A mouse ducks its bulk. A drunken seer believes she's seeing things. The apple rolls further than any other apple. It trips up Atalanta, who's racing the man who'll marry her unless she wins. Red-faced, she stoops for the fruit but isn't down for long. When her suitor passes her, he whoops like a boy, and she's off again, appleless, skirts hitched around her thighs. He doesn't see her smiling. Little does he know that unlike the others, she plans to let him win. But only at the end, and only when she's ready, and only if she doesn't change her mind. Mermaid smiles and falls in love, not with his looks, but his soul. Her chest beats hard, thumping at the ocean. Her wet lips part, inside she's warm. Whatever the price, she thinks, I will be with him. And she throws the apple so it lands at his heels. She wills him to see, but he's turned his back and is tracking his dog up the beach. For the most beautiful, she whispers, as her tail swirls below. It so happens later that night, a merchant is on the shore. He has a cart filled with trinkets from far-off lands, but before he departs, he plans to wander by the sea. He gives a sigh, hears the waves, tastes the salt on his tongue. Then he sees the apple and reaches to collect it. It's heavy and cool, silvered by the moon. Ambition jangles in him. He praises the gods. I'll say it's an apple from the tree of youth. I'll charge 100 obols. And he rushes to his cart and forgets about the waves and how they made him feel.
The economy's so bad, there's a waiting list for jury duty now. The other day I saw the economy's so bad that investment bankers are now playing miniature golf. Martha Stewart is doing a series of shows on creative uses of food stamps. The Coast Guard has outsourced the job of collecting import duties to Somali pirates. African television stations are running shows, sponsor an American Child shows. The economy is so bad that the Obama administration has quietly changed their slogan from "Yes, we can" to "We're going to give it our best shot."